Okay. Yeah, so welcome to the live stream again. I hope the sound is working this time. Do let us know if there's a problem. So I'm going to be channeling Archangel Raphael, and Raphael will come through me and speak and give messages based on who's listening, and also briefly talk about the week ahead as well. Yeah, and so I just wanted to mention again. Actually, I know none of you heard the last one, so it's not again. But yeah, to mention about Ivan and his work. And if anyone's looking for energy clearing work, a very deep hidden energy, Ivan's excellent at doing that. And his website is actually on the description. It's all remote, and you just fill in a form and you say, you can say what you're struggling with, what you need help with. Otherwise, Ivan will go to the place of greatest need. And afterwards, Ivan will email a report about what is cleared. And he's also started groups as well. And so these groups are every Wednesday. And again, you just join in the same way through the website, write what you need help with. Just letting you all know in case you wanted to try that or and do that. So yes, I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come through now and speak through me. I would like you to know that what I'm actually seeing is that there is a lot going on, but that does not mean that you will not be feeling light-hearted when it comes to your general life. But it may be that you have moments where you feel much heavier, like you are not really coping so well. And the energies are challenging at the moment because there is a lot that is being cleared, but there is also a lot of very deep stuff coming up, things which are so deep that actually perhaps you have never even gone there before. So, what I am seeing is that as you start to clear up problems in your life, which perhaps have been more about everyday life, more apparent to you, perhaps things going on in your life, perhaps people, energies, things which you could actually see with your physical eye and sense and actually really have a feeling about inwardly where the energy, where the problem has been coming from. As you sort out these problems, deeper problems emerge, things which have been hidden for a long time. So, for example, problems in your ancestral line that may go way back, so far back that you would not even think to check so far. It may even be, for example, you start going into realms where the energies formed long before you even came here to Earth. So, really deep energies, dark ones, but also things that perhaps are very much about the sort of energies you would not even think about ever checking for. Things which have always been there, but you have never even thought that these things exist. What I'm really trying to say is that at the moment you are all going deeper, so there will be new things which emerge, things which actually are very real, which you really feel strongly, because the other layers have been cleansed. So you will start feeling these deeper layers. And it may even be that these deeper layers were what was causing the other layers to exist. So the layers that you have cleansed were there because of these original layers. And it may even be, for example, that as a result of cleansing the layers you are now finding, that your life fully changes completely. What I'm really trying to say is that these are times where such things are possible, where people can make miraculous changes. But it is also a time where you do need to keep going, because once you start clearing energy, it is not really going to be appropriate to stop until you have really got to much deeper layers. Because the problem with the energy work that you have all been doing is that once you are starting, the energies start appearing to you more potently, more vividly, through your dreams, through your life experiences. It is like you open the door for these energies to be shown to you. So instead of living lives which are perhaps simply a reflection of certain parts of you, where there is not wholeness, you are becoming whole. So things are shown to you, and some of these things are quite relentless, that once you open the door, you keep being shown more and more. So it is really important to continue, because otherwise you won't feel well. I hope I am making sense. What I am really trying to say to all of you is please don't stop. Be very much in your higher selves about this, rather than human selves, where you can start to believe that it is about clearing a few things away and having a good life after that. Whereas your higher self is able to appreciate that when you come to earth, you are here to be on a journey to wholeness. And along the way, there will be challenges. There will be a lot that you need to engage with and clear. And as a result, you will find wholeness. You will feel well. But it is a journey to get there. And it is not always an easy one. And it is not about taking the easy way out and simply going into one or two things and carrying on with life. It is about making it part of your life, that you are on this journey to wholeness, that you are very dedicated, devoted to clearing what is in the way, to being very much who you are on earth. And as you engage with it, it becomes a joyful journey. You accept that this is your journey and you start to enjoy it. It starts to build up inside of you a sense of anticipation about what you will be able to do next, what you will be able to experience in life as a result of clearing things away. And as you engage with it, it becomes something else altogether. It becomes more of a way of life, something that you are really appreciating. Life is all about growth and wholeness and becoming more and more of who you are. And as you start to appreciate this, the journey becomes more important than the destination. The journey, the process, the experiences you have along the way, the things that you discover, the things you learn about, the knowledge that you accumulate, that you can share with others, the tools that you can use then to help others. And the as this is then what you are doing in your life, you start to feel that the journey in itself is what is providing the fulfillment to you. And it is then that you are actually ready to be much more in the light than ever before about life and what it is all about. I hope I'm making sense. What I'm really speaking about is that there are very deep energies that you are all going into at the moment. And as you do this, you will actually feel much lighter as a result, as you cleanse these energies. And you will all start to feel much more about the true meaning of life, what it really means to you on a deeper level. And with this experience, this feeling inside, it does give you a new lease of life. It gives you a new feeling about life. And this feeling is contagious because as you embody it, you pass it on to others. It is really helpful to walk forwards with this feeling because it means that whatever happens in life, you can see it as an experience that can be used to become more whole. And in this way, you become more detached, less affected by negative energies, because you can see it, perceive it in a new way. And this is something that is really positive, actually, in terms of helping humanity rise above the struggles that you have all had. Because as you develop a new embodied perspective collectively, there will actually be a lot more wellness, a lot more happiness. There will actually be less people who choose to take their own lives, because there will be this understanding that you are all on a journey to wholeness, and every experience can be used to take you there. There will be people, many people, who understand this, who will be able to help others to clear what is necessary to be well. And what I am really speaking about is a much healthier society, a more peaceful society, a society where you can lift each other up, where there is less drama, where there is less confusion, less storytelling in terms of how something is perceived by someone on a subjective level. But actually, there will be more alignment in what is really going on in terms of the deeper layers here in any experience in life. And what I see is this will be really helpful, because as people find deeper clarity, there will actually be a lot more answers. And I am seeing that humanity is starting to move away from storytelling. There is still a place for it. It is really important that people can tell their story, that their experiences and feelings are validated, acknowledged. This is a part of life, but it is not where things end. It is a part. And then after this, it is about finding deeper answers, finding clarity, going deeper and deeper, and really understanding where these experiences are coming from. Perhaps even from very dark places, perhaps things which are not normally spoken about. But as this understanding is brought to life generally, people will be set free from bondage, negative life experiences. They will be able to move on much more quickly. So, this is what I am seeing generally at the moment, that the work you are all doing will help humanity generally be able to move to a new place. I am also seeing that as a result of this, you may feel a little bit at times left out of everyday life, because the work you are all doing is so deep. It is perhaps not acknowledged in everyday life to the extent that it should be. And because of this, it is really good to seek out the company of like minded people, to be around people who are doing similar work, who can appreciate the importance of this. And through this, you build a community where you are supporting each other, where you are feeling validated by each other, where your experience of life and of yourself is actually acknowledged rather than seen as something unusual. And through this, there is actually a greater momentum when it comes to your journey to wholeness. I will go as far as to say that when you are really centered in yourselves, you will actually start to feel that you can actually be spokespeople in the world easily. That when you feel that you are in your own energy and have the right support around you that helps you to do this even more, stay grounded in your own energy and processes. You will be able to share this with larger numbers of people and awaken them to deeper aspects of what is really going on within them. I hope this makes sense. So it is about strengthening each other at the moment, so that at the right time you can all be helping others, either by sharing your own journeys or by actually helping people directly, one to one, with their journeys. I have one more message about this, and that is when you are faced with difficulties, remember that every challenge does have an answer, and sometimes that answer is not apparent because the energies are not supporting that answer to come in. And so it is always about enabling energies to clear, even if that is in a very grounded physical way, perhaps going outside and going to a sacred site and offering prayers up about this, but doing something to clear energy, to raise your vibration so the answers can come into your life is very good. To clear away anything negative or dark that is preventing the answer from entering your life. Perhaps sometimes negative ancestors, negative entities, darker forces, to go into clearing what is in the way so that what you need can come. But I will say, for every problem you have, there is an answer, especially nowadays, where you will find that for every problem, it is not about finding one single answer. There are many answers, and these answers are very present on earth. A lot of what I am saying is already known to you, but I am speaking about this subject because I want you to know that when you are experiencing problems in your life that have not yet cleared up, it will be because of this. There is some energy to move, and it is not about believing that you cannot do this for yourself. It can even be something very simple that will actually move enough energy for the answer to come. I have a few more things to say. I do see that everyone here is very similar in that you do all have a lot to offer, but also you do all have things which are in the way, problems, but also things which have just been there for so long that you just take it for granted, things which have really been a part of your life for many lives. And these things really do need to be sorted out. It can be that you are just used to always being a bit sidelined by others. It can be that you are used to always being a bit in a certain type of energy that has been in one way or another because of circumstances. So, a type of energy where you feel a bit withdrawn and shy, unable to fully engage, or perhaps the other way round, where you have to overexert yourself in order to be included. It can even be an energy where you are just so used to being ignored that what you end up doing is not bothering with anyone. And it is almost like parts of you have given up a long time ago. And all these things need to change now. All the ways that perhaps you have even defined yourself as being because of circumstances over time and space, all these things need to change now, become more fluid, rearrange, and then you will experience yourself as you truly are. And what I'm also wanting you to know is don't take anything for granted. Don't believe anything about yourself just because it is the way you have been. Because it is really the time to break all this down now, to be rearranged by the light of oneness, and to experience your true selves. And equally, be very aware that it is the same for others. Allow others to change and grow. Don't get too much into energies with them where you simply take them for what they present to you. It is good for you to be open to people changing in radical ways. And by keeping this in your awareness that everyone is changing, rearranging, it is very helpful because it does allow people the freedom to change very quickly around you. It means that people don't feel that they are put in certain categories. The energies that people receive from others are very important in how they are feeling about themselves. And if you are able to be with people in a way where you are open to them changing, being being in a new energy around you, it really is helpful. I hope I am making sense. I am speaking about keeping an open mind, even with people who are generally quite negative. You are able to keep an open mind and allow them to change, to grow, without in any way keeping them in some kind of box in your mind. Let them be as they are, and you will be surprised what may happen. A lot of what I am saying is quite obvious, but it is something that is really good to speak about so that you can remember this. I will say, especially with family members, this is important. Loved ones, children, let them grow and change, and in one way or another, see what happens, because it may be that there are things that they can help you with as you allow them to be as they are. That is all. I have one more message to give you, and that is you are all going to find that there is a lot of energy that comes to you in the next period ahead. The energy that will come to you will not necessarily be through people, it will be more coming through the stars to you, coming through the cosmic energies. And the reason there is a lot of energy coming is because there are beings who are trying to help planet Earth. There are beings who are actually beaming down a lot of energy to Earth at the moment to help with this change that is going on. These beings may not be known to you, but they are actually helping. They are beaming a lot of energy at the moment. And the way they do this is that they are able to create a lot of light fast, and then they direct it to planet Earth because they see that people need it. They need a helping hand so they can rise above their problems. These beings are beings who only know light and love, who are very advanced, and they have a lot of love for people on earth because they see how much they struggle. And they also are very connected to certain light workers. They have a lot of love for people, but they also have connections on earth. People who are on earth who come from where they are from. And so through these people, they give a lot of light to humanity. They beam a lot of light to these people, and then they give it out to people in great quantities. What I'm really trying to say is that you will be surprised how much light is coming from these beings. And the source of it is actually from the beings who are actually from these places, who are working really hard behind the scenes. And as you acknowledge them, you will actually notice yourself colliding more and more with people who are from these places, who really do have a lot of light. And they have so much light, they are looking for people and places to give it to. It is really good for you to know this, that if you are someone who feels perhaps that you need an extra boost, attune to this frequency Allow yourself to receive these energies and you be open to meeting people who are from these places. What I'm really speaking about is something you do all know about inwardly, but I am making it known to your conscious mind so you can know this is going on. I have no more messages. The week ahead will be a good one, but not without challenges. It is still a time of clearing old energies, staying connected to what is really going on deep inside, transforming yourself from the inside, not getting distracted by the outer world, doing what feels good, but don't get over involved in things which aren't really on your path of light, because you do need to keep the focus on your inner growth, on changing from the inside, transformation. That is all. Yeah, so thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, wishing you all a good week ahead, a happy weekend, and a lots of love to all of you.